Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people, we shine, giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host, we belong.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit Beacon.
Ridelaong Live, welcome to the live. Welcome to Thursday on the live. Audio check. Yeah. How are you doing, my friends? Let me tell you something. Today, your boy is going to be a little bit itchy, right? I think I just landed in a whole pool of red ants. So I apologize in advance. But that's gonna be me until it ceases. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, welcome to the ride. It's Thursday on the ride. This should be what's pissing me off Thursday, because this is pissing me off. Yeah, it's like, I don't know where they came out from, but Zooty, maybe? What is it? Zooty? Zooty they call it? Maybe? What is this? Oh my God. Anyway, guys, welcome to the ride on the Thursday. Today we're going to be speaking with musical icon, singer, songwriter, performer, extraordinaire, former international soca monarch champion, and that's of the world, because 2020 was Mr. Killa time. But when Killa come on the program, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, oftentimes we go real deep, and Killa is not a surface kind of guy. Killa does really go in, right? When he's speaking about topics that concern him, concern his interests. And Killa is very vast in terms of the things that concern him. He's a soca icon. and so much things. But today is a little bit different because Mr. Killa is going to talk about a few things, one of which is his entrepreneurial ventures and how these entrepreneurial ventures it seem to like someone somewhere something kind of trying to upset the whole process of this guy business ventures. So a lot to talk about, guys. We're still in the Isle of Spice where everything is nice. Salisha, Shanika, how are you? Olya, please tell me, what can I put on my skin if like I touch a zooty bush or something just probably a zooty bush. I don't know. What can I do to help this thing in like my hands left and right? I have a I have where is it? I don't know. I'm using everything. All right, so guys, bear with me. God, oh God. Okay. Jackie Chaitan, how you doing? All right, guys. So before we go on chat with Mr. Killa, I want to tell you guys that this program is brought to you with kind compliments of Ride Excursions and Tours. That is not even working. Ride Excursions and Tours, and inviting you guys to book an excursion. We have the Ride Taxi, we have the Ride Tuk Tuk, we have the Ride the Waves, and so many things. So this program is brought to you by Ride Tuk Tuks, Ride Excursions and Tours. Vic Spice Man, how you doing? Big up yourself. All right, guys. So let's not waste any more time. Let's bring on the man himself, Hollis Map, aka Mr. Killa.
Blessed love and greetings. Blessed love and greetings.
How you
How
doing, my
things?
brother? A
I'm
day, a
good.
day.
How are you? How are you?
Well, listen, I don't know if it has Uti Bush. I don't know what at all. Imagine what? My skin on
That's the
fire.
beauty of the island, man. Zuti
Eh?
is actually good, but that's good. That's good for healing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How so? Like what should I do now? Like what
Zuti don't scratch.
what you do?
Zuti is actually an electrical plant.
Uh-huh.
So there is some hairs on it that will also pierce your skin, but what it does is actually shock you.
Oh.
If you touch a Zuti like that,
Uh-huh.
and those hair, if soft as possible, it still will
Uh-huh.
scratch you. If you pick a Zuti and you look at
Uh-huh.
especially the big lip Zuti, you
Uh-huh.
realize if you pick the big one, once its stem is broken, if you look at the little buds, they start popping and smoking if you look at them closely.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So the
okay.
plant is literally an electrical plant. That's why Zuti is something that actually adds back to the nerves and all the nerve ending and all of those things is electrical. If you look at Dr. Sebi, you've been talking about the net what you call nettle, stinging nettle is what we
Okay.
call Zuti, you know?
Well,
So
listen, I have electricity going through my entire body right
yeah,
now.
it's good for healing. It's good.
Healing. Healing you say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like when the Chinese use the slap therapy. When your skin burns you, your
Ah,
brain automatically sends signal to that. You ever watch out the bee healing? They use bee. A bee will sting you, and when the bee stings you, your
uh-huh.
brain automatically send all the agents of healing there
Right.
because all that attention is there. Just like how when your body get cut, it knows to send the plasma there that will then clog the blood right in that area. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? God know what you're doing, you know, brother. So the science is not, you know what I mean? It's not simple. So when you get bitten by zooty and all of that, and we scratching and all of that, even when
Uh-huh.
we get a slap does heal. Is that there is a therapy called padialagin
Ah,
where they slap you until when you start slapping here, if you slap here enough, you're going to see things like fat start popping up under your skin. If you slap it long enough, that
uh-huh.
is literally the toxins in your blood start popping up because when you slap, your cells automatically does this with its charge, negative
Ah,
and positive. Just like how friction will cause heat, the same way this slap and tapping will cause electrical shock in your body. And the toxins cannot take that shock. It actually, your blood vessels actually pushes it out
okay.
under the skin. You know what I
Well,
mean? But it's a thing you can research. It is called padialagin, or if you can spell the word, then put slap for healing, and you will see it's a whole technology. That's why the Chinese people be in the park slapping one another on your
ah,
shoulders. And this part here is called your genius, where your 40 meridians pass that connects to your brain and every organ in your body. So even if you have stomach problem and you stop slapping your shoulders enough, you will start releasing gas and releasing tension from your stomach and your organs and things like that.
so I guess
So
this is
even so, you
this.
see, slap could fix you.
Okay, well, yo, I don't know what I need. I need something. I get something, anything, anything. But listen, Killer, I've been following so many things that you've been doing. You're an entrepreneur, you're a musician, you're an entrepreneur, you're a soca ambassador, you're everything. I mean, you encapsulate everything. As a Grenadian, strong Grenadian personality. But I want to ask you something before we talk about what's happening now, right? Um, Recently, we saw Blackadan, and that's right off topic, but I want to touch on it first. Blackadan went into Trinidad and he won the 2020 2025 Soca
Soca
Champ,
champion.
Soca
Yeah.
Champion, right? Before him, you won in 2020, you went out and you won International Soca Monarchy because the name was changed, and then a Grenadian came and won it again, right?
Yes.
After that, there were a lot of back and forth. Genjai was saying this, different people was coming up and saying different things. What was your take on all of this energy, this negative energy that came up after Black Adan won, and after you won too, because it happened after 2020?
Um, Really and truly, I try not to function in that space. You know what I mean?
Uh
Too much, George. When those talk and stuff like that was going around, you would always have the few. They say many are called and few is chosen, right?
right.
And this evening I'll be very blunt. Um, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'll be very blunt. If you have a body, when you
Uh
look at your body, right? You have people, your society is designed. Remember, you know, everything that we do, every
uh
machine has been designed after the human anatomy, and
Absolutely.
every system has been designed after the systems of nature,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now when you look at our body as a people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because the people also could be described as a body, government as the head, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the hands and the feet and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we make up a body of people here in the Caribbean, not just
Right.
Grenada. And there is some people that's going to function as the head,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's some people that are going to function as the hand. Some people going to be the mouth. Some people going to be the ears. Some people going to be the eyes of our community. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The great
Mm-hmm.
speakers will be the mouth, as I say. You know, some people
Right.
will be the shoulders, the rock in the community. You
Yeah.
see, taking the load and fighting for us. Some people will function as the stomach. You see, some people will become the feet. You know that you know keep us moving forward. Some people will be the feet. Some people, you know, the strength and stuff like that. And you have some people will be the bam.
Yeah. Well, saying some people will be the ass. Like I know
Yeah,
that.
some people have to be. I don't use the C how others, you know what I
Right.
mean, or they
Yeah.
describe it. But some people, that is them.
Yes.
So the only thing they could intercept is the shit. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Them they to actually, yeah, where shit is, that's where they navigate. That's where they vibrate, because you cannot have an international competition that you call international, and when somebody win it, if we actually speak in the sense or in the spirit of competition, then automatically you're vexed. Somebody say, oh, you have to come and take it and just cool yourself and go with it, go with your crown easy, don't speak about it. No, I want to say that I cut your ass,
Mm-hmm.
and coming back next year to cut your ass. And then you should say to me, hey, come, when you reach is real licks you're getting. Real licks you're getting. You understand? We go cut your ass when you reach. And
Right.
that is like the team spirit. What's wrong with that? What's wrong if me and you competing? And I say, hey, you see, when I reach in 2019, when I was competing, go and look at my videos. I say, hey, when I reach, we coming for it. We coming for it. And that is the spirit of competition because we are competitors. You understand? When you have a boxing match, they just put them two boxers stand up like that, face to face, and whatever it is. Because you create that vibe around competition. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Somebody is going to win. You see? So as there is a slight sense of that competitiveness
Mm-hmm.
in your speech or your expression, then some people get upset because you see deep down inside, you know, they don't think somebody else should win. And that has nothing to do with either Trinidad or if it's this or if it's that. No, it is happening even in our community.
Mm.
A man from South vexed because a man from not win, and a man, that's okay. You could feel away because
Right.
you everybody want their people to win.
Win.
But
Yeah.
when you speak in the sense of competition or in the spirit of competition, you're supposed to understand that. You understand? Saying, don't tell me when you win, you have to hush your mouth. It's like you have to stand up in a corner. Oh, you're lucky you win. No, you work for it. You didn't beg for it. You didn't give me.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? When look at a video the other day, so called lyrical drop a video and say, Killa, you can't this and you can't cook, but you can cook. But they are the best cook and whatever it is. Are we laughing? I post it on my page. You
Right.
understand? So at the end of the day, the spirit of that is like, all right, don't worry yourself. When I go show you when we reach in the
Right.
kitchen, and that is how I feel about it. Because you see,
Right.
then there is a bigger heart, there is a bigger mindset, there is a bigger love. But you see,
Mm-hmm.
there are some people that are so coward that when you get there, it's like they're afraid. Oh no, boy, don't say that, boy. You know what I mean? They go block the gate. Or whatever it is for what? You understand what I'm saying? The people who do the competition is not speaking and saying these things. It's people who's out of the competition, who never been in a competition in their life, who don't even like competition, who never been to the competition, who doesn't pay to go to the competition. Lot of them, you understand what I'm saying, that is having that conversation and actually expressing themselves in that way. And a lot of people who responding to it, oh bro, you shouldn't say that. What do you mean I shouldn't say that?
Mm.
Why? Why I shouldn't say that I won in 2019 and another Grenadian won again. A matter of fact, we gone too far already to have that conversation. We don't supposed to be digging up that dead.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
but no,
understand?
we have to talk about it because I remember when after you won Killer, it was the same conversation that people was having. It's
Yeah,
like,
because you have some people who find that you shouldn't come in to win a competition and it is an international competition. Dumb. Right? And then you have some people again, they're so coward and afraid in their heart. Is that, oh boy, no, if you say something, then you know what I mean, it's like they go lock up. No, this is a competition. I supposed to when I was in competition in Socamonac in Trinidad, Mr. Monroe, who is the founder of the International Soca Monarch competition, which is a Grenadian,
yeah.
right? Who
Hmm.
created Soca Monarch in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, Mr. Monio tell me, hey, make sure when you go in your interview, tell them you're coming for them. Tell them you're coming for them. That is long before I even win. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? Even when I competed against Marshall and all of them, roly poly, those age, when you look at my interview, I tell you, I'm coming. I
Right.
am coming. So, what's wrong about that? Am I not coming? Am I not coming to beat you? Am
Yeah.
I not coming to let go?
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So how that becomes a problem? Why that became a problem is that because well to the few people, as I tell you, who does function in that space,
Hmm.
it's because in their mind they don't know how to intercept that type of information. They don't know what to do with it. Their brain only function in that one track. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Of confusion. And if it's not them, then it is wrong. Or if it is not so, then it is that. You know what I mean? So they don't know how to take that and to make it something of love or togetherness or you know what I mean camaraderie, you know what I mean? Or speaking in the spirit of competition, you know what I mean, making it inclusive of all of us, that this is a part of us. Don't worry yourself. If Barbados go and Barbados win, say, hey Barbados, you what happening next? Say, I coming for you. You
Yeah.
understand? Then St. Vincent say, hey, all you don't play with me, I come in too. You understand? It's licks when I reach. You understand? And then if St. Vincent come and win, it is okay for St. Vincent to say, aha, cut
Mhm.
all your ass. You
Right.
understand? Come back next year. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That is love. That is big. Maybe my heart and my brain functioning wrong a
No, but
little bit.
that's why I see it. That's why I see it. That's why I brought this up. And I mean that we have a lot to talk about. I wanted to go into that because I was shocked, Killer. I was shocked after 2025, and someone who I thought really understood this whole game plan, they came and made such a idiot of themselves, and I personally had to respond, right? Because I'm saying you misleading your own followers because what you're saying doesn't make any sense. The truth and the fact is, where you're saying, oh, because you know Trinidad artists don't perform in other soca monarch because of when the music release, and he know pretty fine, fair, and well that that's not the case. If there's a Trinidad and Tobago soca monarch, international soca monarch, there is none international soca monarch in Grenada, neither St. Vincent or any other place that I know of. So you can't say you have international
Well,
soca monarch and
well,
expect
I
it.
mean, whoever made that statement, I will say this, right? So whoever made that statement, let me just say this. You cannot look at it that way. Trinidad Carnival is the first carnival in the year,
Right.
right? First carnival in the year. Grenada Carnival, you have an international soca monarch. When soca monarch was created, right? A couple years, or 10, 15 years after that. No, I would say maybe about a good 20 years after that.
Ah.
The winners of other soca monarch had a free entry
Hmm.
into the international soca monarch
Yeah.
because they are the smaller islands. And how an island artist who is not known in a country like Trinidad is going to release his song the same time
Yeah.
as you, for it to get play on your radio, for it to get recognized in your radio station, your television station, and nobody knows him. And the people who's going to be releasing music from your country is already known. 99% of them is already known artists. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? So how is that then fair? How then that gives us a fair ground in the international soca monarch? It has to be songs that has been done for all the other carnivals,
Hmm.
right? All the other carnivals. And then it is entered into the international pool. How then do you do a music awards? Do you do a music award for a song that was launched 2 days ago, 3 days ago? No, it is calculated from the beginning of the year until that time. You
Absolutely.
understand? It is calculated from the beginning of the year until the time. That is why it is international soca monarch. It never say national soca monarch, which is
True.
taking place. You understand? And it is and it surrounds the national artist of the country. It is international. So whoever done a song throughout that year, you understand, is viable to actually take part and to partake in the international soca monarch. I don't understand how in the world, you understand, I have to be explaining this now.
Yeah. Now, well, listen, I was lost again when I heard that. But listen, we're gonna move into second gear, right? This was not the main topic we came to discuss, but I wanted to touch on that with you because we never got a chance to talk about it. So yeah, I'm happy that I got your point on it. Now, Killer, we know that you're an entrepreneur. You do about 500 things. We've heard of
Quietly,
quietly
quiet.
a lot of things, a lot of things. I saw on your Instagram you have this what is it, natural healing tree? Is it something to do with herbs as well?
Yes, so I do have a natural healing company, a company called Natural Healing Trees that
Uh-huh.
makes a lot of products, and I mean there is products that is created, manufactured right here. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Right here in Grenada. I would say one of our top sellers is this right here. It's called Bush Doctor.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a tea that has soursop, vervin, moringa, bay leaf, St. John's bush, sea moss, clove, ginger, and guava leaves in one blend.
Ah.
Understand? And this start getting very popular the other day as people start posting what it has been doing for them. So this they have well, I have to say the people. This literally the other day saved one of my friends, actually close friends, and I was happy that it also was my close friend. And this could have done that for him. He had blood sugar at 500. The medication was only bringing it down to like two something, three something, and stuff like that. When he take the medication, he started to try to eat properly and do that,
Mm,
but the medication was not balancing it. And this literally leveled out, neutralized, you see,
mm,
his blood sugar, brought it all the way back down, and actually regulated his pressure, his blood pressure at the same time. So I
nice.
was like, okay, wow, amazing. I know there is herbs in there that does those things, but in the way that people start claiming that it is working for them is really amazing at the moment. We had people, women that has been bleeding excessively, when the time of the month come, and this also has been regulating it. Besides that, we have a lot of other great products on the site. You could check out the site. It is called Natural Healing Trees,
Yeah.
naturalhealingtrees.com.
Yeah.
There is female products on there, and besides the female products, there's also the male products. We have one here called X10, aka Morning Wood, and this is for the men, young
Mm.
whether old, that has been losing their testosterone, that has been, having problems,
Yeah, in
Mr.
the bedroom
Center,
there.
Mr. Center soft and them. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, let me stop playing. But
Yeah, yeah.
for even the older men, after a while, the prostrate start giving trouble and things like that. There is both the capsules, and we also have the liquids, right? And this is 15 of the world top herbs for prostrate. Things like sapamento and all of those things like that, the uhembe, and all of those herbs that actually help build back the prostrate. So I want to say to the men out there that Viagra has been damaging, and been taking all of this Cialis and all of these crazy pills, and then the honey and those things that is filled with chemical, for sexual action. This is what you really need. You need products. And also there is another product, amazing, amazing product also for the prostrate, called the King's Power.
Mm.
And the King's Power also help rebuild, especially even the older men. Powerful, powerful for the older men. This one
Ah.
is called King's Power. Yeah, King's Power. Um, and
Okay.
this also help build back. So these two products build back the prostrate and give you back that life that you need there. And
Ah.
then if you want to add a little boost on top of it, we have a mixture with sea moss, fire root, and barbandi.
Lot of
Barbandi the
us, you're
boost.
kill people.
Yeah,
All you want to
yeah,
kill. I want to see a full list of all the different things, right? Because I think it's important that we also promote and let people know where they could get those natural products. But what was shocking to me, Mr. Killer,
uh-huh.
I came to your place. I took a e-bike tour to your place in St. John, and I remember you was cutting down the trees and stuff like that, getting things prepared. Let me see if I could pull that up, boy. Let me see if I could pull it up. Is it this clip right here? Right. Let me see. Right. I think this was a piece of what we saw when we came there. That was then. I believe that was then. Right. It was. Are you seeing the clip?
No, I'm not seeing it.
You're not seeing it? Okay. I
It's
don't know why
blank.
it's blank. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, I'll try to sort out and figure out why it's not showing, but I'm gonna put it up there. But I was shocked, Mr. Killer, to learn that these things that you are doing and you have been doing to benefit the community have been vandalized. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely a big issue right now that we sorting out. I wish you could actually show the clip.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Normally, my projects and things that I'm doing, I try to keep it. Sometimes I just leave it quiet. They say work quiet, celebrate loud. I bought this entire. well, actually two pieces of property, and I put them together. You know, uh, when you came there, that property was, high woods, rocks. Also, yeah,
Are you
there
seeing
was
this
a
now? Are you seeing this?
yes. I am seeing, yeah, I'm seeing a picture. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, so let me play this back because I want him to get a full understanding as to the place and what it looked like because I want to put it in full context. This is you. This is the place. There's a river right next to that area there,
Yeah. So
and
this
there's
is the right. So this is what the river used to look like. That is already when I start clearing down all the trees and stuff like that. So that's after right there. You know what I mean? From where I was literally standing right where that tractor is at the moment. Over here was a field of rotten cars. You know, more than like 70 something cars came out inside there. So it was like a dump yard, like a burial ground for old cars,
uh-huh.
right? So we started to fix the property. I don't know if you have a clip to what the property looks like now. And
Yeah.
I created a swimmable part. You had an excavator to pack the whole river, go down. I am creating a project called River Garden, which will be, well, this is a coaster bus that I actually have there that I wanted to do a tiki bar, create something very unique. And one day we went there after creating the swimmable part. Don't play it yet. Don't play it yet.
Okay. All right. All right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, don't play it yet. What I did is create a swimmable part
Uh-huh.
of the river so I could create a nice big basket with families and stuff. That is it right now. So the same river you was looking at before,
Right.
this is what it looks like right now. And then we packed the whole riverside, with the excavators and stuff like that, open it up, and create this nice piece of tranquility, on the property. And now there you have 100 and something people recently will go there and bathe. The project ain't even ready or open up as yet, but this is for the community to create a river vibe. Now River Garden is going to be a place where can hold close to about 10,000 people.
Hmm.
So massive events. It's going to be geared towards tourism. Also, I want to build back a cocoa jar. You know what I mean? When the tourists and them passing, I want to be able to create foods of the local cuisines. The bars and all of that. But there is a big aspect to the river and the property. Which is natural healing also. So I have teams of people who's waiting for this a project like this to happen in Grenada, so they could travel here to do natural body scrubs and all of those things in the river, and use some of our products and stuff like that. So this is what the property now looks like. Very, very massive um project actually. You know,
Mhm.
so I am very I'm heartbroken
Right.
that the windows in the house that I have two houses on the property,
Mhm.
renovating them. One of them is renovated to be a herbal factory also. And the windows are broken, and each and every glass in that coaster bus, each and every glass from the windscreen go all the way around, was smashed all the way through. Well, I was extremely upset at first, extremely, because I thought somebody just went there, just vandalized my place. But I came to understand that is sometimes 50 something, 60 something youths in the river, and the plane and stuff like that, and the bus became a target of vandalization. And I want to do this and speak about it here publicly so people could understand what I've been talking about when it comes to the youth and the way that we will train our children. You see what I'm saying? The way that we will train our children. Because charity begins at home and it ends abroad. And this is very painful, and something happened to one of those youths, you know what I mean, or you react in a different way, and then the parents would say, oh, he was a good boy and he was a good child, and everybody will try to defend the children. But you have to parents need to start zeroing in on what sometimes the children do when they leave the house. Outside of that, ask questions, you know what I mean, talk to their friends, know what they are about when they leave home, because now this is an issue where the parents are crying to me. No, one of the parents is literally breaking down, crying to me. You know what I mean? Because they have to pay for it. Then Some of the youths is like, oh, we didn't know that is your property.
Mm.
You do not have to know that that is killer property for you to have respect for it. You don't have to know that's my property to have respect for it. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to have that respect to everyone and everything that you meet external your home. Start from your home outside. From the time you step out that door, you supposed, as a youth man, as a young person, you're supposed to say hello to your elders as you pass. If an elder is on the street struggling, you're supposed to help that elder. You understand what I'm saying? If you see something going wrong in somebody else's property, you're supposed to notify them and help them. You understand what I'm saying? And I am doing something to benefit the community. This is not something that we have here. You see? And I'm doing something to benefit the community and then to suffer losses in the midst of all of that, where I'm spending my hard-earned money to give back to the community, which when it just when I just created the swimmable part in the river,
Mhm.
right? And the first family came. They called me and they asked me, oh Killa, we could go by you and bathe in the river and stuff like that. And I said yes to them, but then my heart put on little wings, you know. My heart started to behave like Tweety Bird in my chest, you know. My heart started to put on little wings because that is what I want. You understand what I'm saying? I'm happy. You know, a virgin called me and he said, Killer, hey, I going back by you just now, you know. Weekend girl, I going back by you just now. I see girls in bikini down there. You know, and you know, that makes me feel good because I could then contribute something as a child of the community, giving back, not leaving the community only and do things externally. You know what I mean? We have project abroad. I have different projects happening, you know, in different places. But if I can give back to my community, it's one of the, I mean, sweetest thing, you know what I mean, that I think that I could achieve. So it is very painful. And I am sending this message to the parents, and I'm also sending this message for the youths out there. Parents, be careful with your children. Find out what they are doing when they leave the house.
Yeah.
Try to instill as much principles as you can. When I was growing up, I would be afraid to even touch somebody else's thing. I wouldn't even lend another child ball to bring home because that wasn't acceptable. To much less break somebody else's window. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, unless you're in the, unless we decide we know.
Right. Yeah.
back then, back then. But besides that, I'm saying this is an issue that we are having island wide. It's not just Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
People are suffering by the hands of youth. You know, I just speak to a lady yesterday. Actually, she's family to me. Her
Right.
two nephews beat her up real bad. Nephew, you know.
Mm.
You see? So, what is happening to our youth in this day and age? Hmm? What is happening? Because this is painful, Junior. What about if I pull up and I meet you mashing up my place?
True.
You understand what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
beautiful as your heart may be, as big as your heart may be, you pull up and then somebody mashing up your things. What happens then?
But Killa, I'm trying to
It's-
understand. I'm trying to before you go on there. I'm trying to understand the motive behind this. Like, why would someone or some kid or anyone for that matter look at something that is so beautiful that could impact them, the community? They could come, they could see themselves because it's you from the community. Why would they take it upon themselves to want to even vandalize this piece of?
Junior, let me ask let me ask you this.
Understand?
Let me ask you this. Why people cherish things? People would only cherish things that they see as valuable. If not, if something has no value to it, you will never
Yeah.
cherish it. So if the youth of today is not taught value, is not does not have that type of understanding anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If it is not a pretty car or a nice shoes, it doesn't have any value, brother.
Mm.
You see, for them. So if that is not instilled in them, then they wouldn't see no value of it. If breadfruit leaves worth $1,000, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
A breadfruit leaf worth $1,000, and that breadfruit leaf falling in your yard food, your drain block with breadfruit leaf. You're breaking them up and you're burning it because why? It has no value to you.
Right, right,
So
right.
for them, it is not there is no value to it. It's not valuable. You see, all they see is just nice big open piece of land, house, a bus pack up, they pack up under the mango tree, so you maybe have mildew on it. You know what I mean? It's dirty. Yo, that's
Right.
our old bus. The glass become target practice.
Mm.
You see what
Mm.
I'm saying? So we do have an issue, and that's why I always I come on here sometimes when nothing is happening. What was the date I came on here the last time? The first of the year, the first day in
Yes,
the year, or something
yes,
like that. The
yes,
first
yes.
day in the year to speak about those things because about 75% right now of our youth gambling real bad throughout
Mm-hmm.
the island, gambling night and day, and smoke. Just sit down, smoke weed, gamble. After that is who is the baddest man? Is that if that's the way that we are traveling down this road, where are we gonna end up very soon? So I keep asking and keep, balling to the top of my lungs for the big projects and the community intervention, you know what I mean? The injection of a certain movement, you know what I mean, that speak life again into the brains of our youth. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Brains. Those brains need to get an awakening, brother, because we are losing them rapidly. It's not like before. I have learned my lessons. I've been through the I mean, you know that. I've been through the blender. I've been through the blender. I've been through the
Mm-hmm.
rock. I was 15 years at one time working for a gangster. Been around some of the most evil people that I know. You understand? And I was there, but what saved me? Yeah, at one time I give myself only a week to live. What saved me? You know
Mm-hmm.
what saved me? The love and the respect that I have for my mother. My mother that have me here, not even me. You hear me? God and my
Mm-hmm.
mother have me here, not even me, because at that time I had lost the value in everything. So I understand. That's why I can speak about it in this manner, because I was once a youth man that went down the road where I lost every value. I lost every value to someone else's life. Didn't even matter to me at that time. You see what I'm saying? Because at that moment you see gray. There is no color to things anymore. The only color that there was is a ranking on your shoulder. You know what I mean? That chip on your shoulder. You see? So
Mm-hmm.
you would do anything for that chip on your shoulder, the rank at that moment. You see what I'm saying? If you have to take 10 people life at that time, it's worth it. You know why? Because the life is not valuable. You know what is valuable at that time? Your rank, your stripes. You
Yeah.
see? And men would program you in that space. You know what I mean? Or you would call the bosses and stuff like that. So that was a direct influence into your mind. So imagine when you sit down and you look at this youth, how they're operating right now. It's not the gangster that is
Mm.
injecting now, is the social media. You
Yeah.
understand? Which sometimes is 10 times worse. And even if I had a direct pressure, I still understood right from the wrong, and I was fighting it deep down inside. My conscience wouldn't rest. I don't know how to rest. Become frustrated and give myself a week to live. And then the Father dive in, give me music and save me. You see, but what really saved me was the principles, and I could not stand the thought of I gone and my mother holding she belly and ball. You understand? I couldn't take it in my mind because my mother is a real G. With all the gangsters that them time, I had to then, be around or whatever it is, and men of the street or whatever it is. You know who was the real G? My mother. Who I afraid the most? My mother. Because I don't want my mother to find out that I might do something wrong. I don't want my mother to hear I get locked up. So I make sure that when I function on street, I function like a beast. And I also function with great intelligence. So I understand the model.
Right.
But even at that time, I wouldn't go and vandalize somebody's place. I wouldn't do some useless something. You understand what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
see? So at the end of the day, I still had that principle that made me know, nah. You're mad? I have to get out of here. No, I have to get out of here. I can't thief nobody thing. I can't do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. There was still certain things, barriers that I just would not break.
Right, right. But where are the parents in all of this right now? Where are the fathers? Where are the mothers? Where's the community that's supposed to raise a child?
Brother, the community can't raise a child no more because if you hit somebody child right now, it's because the mother or the father coming to try to kill you. You understand? So we have lost that sense of community. We have lost that.
Yeah. So
You
again,
see?
guys, we go ahead, Killer.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you when you look at how the community function with the kids now, you can't the community don't really grow the children no more. Right now, if you go outside in right here in Guava by me, there was a
Mhm,
set of youths gambling, I'm sure. You understand what I'm saying? You feel somebody in the community, you know much time before I would run them and say, nah, that can't happen here. Wait. But then how much time you gonna run them when even the police turn in and say, yo, but that is not on the book, so we can't do nothing about it. And you have 15 years old girls, 13-year-old girls gambling and doing all of those things, and you telling me there is nothing that we can do about it. So this is not just the parents. This is also comes down from authority, from head come all the way down, from government come down. Because I cannot be in some position, you understand what I'm saying? And that
mhm,
is happening in my community. No way. I will make night and day, even if I have to stand up right day. You understand what I'm
mhm,
saying? The whole everything authority, the whole place have to shake. I have to have a I'm going to lose sleep over it. Because
mhm.
you know what? They might call you bad, they might say what you want about you, but somebody go remember that day that you stand up and put your foot down and fight for the future of the youths. You understand? Who vex? That's their business. Some go like it and some wouldn't. You know what I mean? While we having this conversation, a woman called me and she said, Killa, and look at one of them parents maybe pass and say that when the thing just that. Pastor
Uh,
say, how come Mr. Killa, how Mr. Killa could say they want people to go in the river day, however it is, that is what the whole narrative became. So that parent
oh,
already ready to let go on Mr. Killa. You understand? And she don't even understand the story right, not realizing that your child is coming into my property that I own. You understand? And
mhm,
vandalizing things there. You see, while I created a space for them to have fun, for them to come off of their phone and have outside activities. I want to do a marble ground and do a marble competition for you just so they could get off of their phone and have more interaction. You understand what I'm saying? You see, have more interaction with each other, play again, have conversations. Be creative about things. You see, there is another two you that was coming the river by me. And they coming around and they go look to a killer thing and they want to help and they want to do things. And I love that. I wish every youth could have been like that right now. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you look at it, when you look at what's happening, there is not that massive approach, I think, enough to really drill into the parents and also into the youths to awaken that awareness of being a community, what you say, a angel of the community instead of a demon of the community.
right,
You see what I'm saying? That to awaken that sense that we have to be the people. This is ours. This we have to make sure that we take care of this. We have to make sure that we grow this. We have to make sure that we nurture this because this is ours.
right,
You
right,
see what I'm saying? We don't have that sense no more. Every man to their own. Every man on their own thing. You see what I'm saying? Even I just be working in that place, and they can say, "Oh, it's an old place," because all the big cars, that all them cars that was parked up there, are talking about as a car number tell you 70 something cars under there is still old cars parked up by the road. There is big brand new pillars that I just built to the entrance, so you can say that this is an old place.
mhm,
I just changed the roof and put brand new roof on two of the houses that is there.
mhm.
You see? So you can't say you don't know it's somebody place. They know it's somebody place. Some of them might not know it's mine.
Right, right.
You
But I
see
mean,
what I'm saying? But that doesn't matter.
exactly, exactly,
That doesn't
exactly.
that doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, brother, it's the same thing I've been saying now while talking about this for so long. Here we come again, having the same conversation. And I am still waiting on that whole big move because I'm always willing to contribute. You understand what I'm saying? Look at that. The other day, about a month ago, we in the schools giving away books. You know what I mean? You see, I posted on my Instagram, and some people always say, well, you're always talking about them youth. What you doing? Somebody on the live the last time. You understand
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really want to ask that person face to face what they're doing for the community. You understand? Now, when you're speaking about people like me, because you have to go back and there is things to see. Go follow. Go on HMF Foundation. In the pandemic, what did I do? I jump out with my own money in my pocket. I just literally take that pain for myself, George. I don't express myself in that way sometimes. So people just take that as, you know what? Yeah, Killa just jumping out and talking. No. Ask how much people, 368 families I fed out of my pocket. And maybe more. That is what I have on the record. What about the people that comes to my door? What about the people that are on the street that I meet and I just give to? This same project that you're talking about, I would have finished that project long ago if I did not spend so much money on my community and people during the pandemic.
Mm,
You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
anybody that having that conversation, then they need to actually dig deep or come and sit down. Come and meet me here and let me start to walk around and show you what I have been doing. You see what I'm saying? And what I have been doing quietly is angelic. You see what I'm saying? I think that I have a problem. And my problem is that I am addicted to like helping and I am addicted to my country. I am
Yeah.
obsessed with my country. And sometimes, like somebody literally sit down and talk to me the last time. They're like, yo, bro, you know you're obsessed with your country, right? Because we have this whole big movement that we working on right now. We have a project called Sokafari,
Mhm.
together with a beautiful partner called Monifa. And Sokafari is a project where we actually create travel to all different African countries,
Mhm.
right? And Sokafari is about to take a whole nother lift right now. So we have a trip in June and one in July. And in December, we're going to Ghana and Nigeria. And anybody around the world could join those trips. Massive trip. You see what I'm saying? With everything added in there, from your hotels, your travel, your tours, your excursions, and stuff like that. And I'm working on that project. And while working on that, brother, there is people that has major projects that they would want me to come on to. You
Right.
understand? My mind, I would say this now and say it proudly. My brain don't normal. When we sit down and we start speaking about things, the creativity that happens here, bro, I realize that it is a gift and it is a special gift. So people will then call me for projects and stuff. And here what happened, and all I want to do is run back to Grenada.
Right.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
Spicy Rock have me hook.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And and I can understand it. I'm just obsessed with my country. I want it to be the best. I want all what is damaged. I want it to fix. You know what I mean? I want us together as a people. I love my people. You check. But sometimes how we function here as a people, we don't recognize what is valuable no more. We don't even see how valuable this little paradise is, this piece of rock that you want to call it, how precious it is. Today I post a little video on the beach in Granans. I go and take a walk on the Granans beach today. And I post a little video and I said, I am from where you have to pay to vacation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I am from where you have to pay to vacation. Look at the prices to travel to Grenada right now. High. Grenada is a premium destination. Tourism in itself. You understand what I'm saying? Could take a whole nother flight, a whole nother boost. There is a lot of things for us to create. Look at the project that I'm creating. I want to rebuild the ancient cocoa jar. I want to put a cocoa jar. I want one. I want a cocoa jar. You
Mhm.
understand? I
Mhm.
want a nutmeg jar, the maize and stuff like that. I want one of that. I am fascinated by those things. I want tourists to be able to come and see that. You know what I mean? When I finish I want to do big drum dancing. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? In my place, I want to bring back some cultural expression in the place, brother. I am longing for those things. You see?
Mm-hmm. Guys, we just lost Mr. Killer there. His video is gonna come back. But it's okay. Killer is back. It's very discouraging. Killer, you there? Go back out and come back in, Killer. You hear me? All right, yeah, Killer having
Yeah,
some
hold
some
on.
yeah. Yeah, guys. So it's very discouraging what happened here. Because I remember visiting that venue right there. That's when we did a e-bike tour on that venue. That's at the time it was just being constructed, and I saw big plans in this particular venue. So when Killer called and said, "Look what's happening," the vandalization of his place, they're like, "Lord of mercy, someone really need to speak seriously. We need to come on and speak seriously about this because this cannot continue to happen." You back?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying, we need to find out. We need to find out the what's next because calling the police and having the criminal system intervene, I don't know if that would necessarily solve the problem. Going
We
to the
need, we
police,
need, we need, we need, we need every hand on deck.
right?
Calling the police and sometimes does not solve every situation. You know what I mean? Calling the police sometimes worsen some situation. Some situation it will make it better. There is some situation that is deeper than what a police officer can fix. Unless that police officer understand the psychological implants of society and give his time to the community to sit down and infiltrate the minds of some of those youths. You
Right.
see? Unless you don't have that approach and you don't have that capability. But you see, it's not everybody that is teachers. The Father said that I have given you diversities of gift. So someone will be the carpenter, some will be the mason. As I say, some people in the community is head, mouth, eyes, and different things. You have to find the people who has that ability to drill into the minds of the youths and put some wicked programs together. You know what I mean? Put some
Yes.
big programs together where there is a movement, where there is marching. You want some system outside. I'm not talking about, oh, let's go into school and speak to two youths. That doesn't reach them. Use the entertainers, use the ambassadors, use the influencers. Make it something that happens on television. Make the radio station a part of it. Let the radio station play it as an ad. You know what I mean? There is a big movement.
Yeah.
Because when they had the pandemic the other day, and you have the white man telling them, do this and do that, and make sure you juke everybody, and injection, there is siren passing, loudspeaker, big billboards, this, that. But when it's time to cure the pandemic that they have in the old country, where is that approach? Where's the big billboards? Where's the billboard that say principle begins at home? Parents, please care for your children. You understand what I'm saying? For they are going astray. What about a billboard saying that? What about
Yeah.
the billboard that says, yo, what you grow and all of those things and eat will keep you living for forever? And what about those kind of things like health and all? Anything else, we have the biggest approach to it. You understand what I'm saying? If election coming right now, we have the massive movement. But the same people that vote is the same people who have children, is the same people who still have children bare feet, is the same people who have children who can't go to school, is the same people who have children vandalizing people thing, is the same people that fighting with the children, and you have some good parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good parents that have been trying, but the system outside of the parents, they have to spend a lot of time in school and spend a lot of time in the community. They get influence anyways. So that's why they need the parents and they also need the community. You see what I'm saying? They need the parents, but they need the community. They need everything. We need government. We need this. We need that. People just only talk about political thing because, oh, you ready change the government and that government do good and that government do. No, if the government not doing something that we need them to do, then we tell them we need them to do that. And then if they don't do it, then you realize that they're incompetent. Then you move the government. But then besides that is to work with the government, work with the ministers, work whoever it is in charge, make the call out to them, and let's move together. Because this time we are talking about that we in right now, brother. This is not the time to go and talk about, oh, here what happening, this government no good and that government no good. No, now it's time to demand what you need. Then if that does not happen, then you think about that. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But now is the time to work towards changes. And so much people like to take things and make it political too much. Stop this whole political batterism. You understand what I'm saying? Too much of bat brain people. It's all about politics and it's the green and the yellow and the I don't care if it's green in power. I don't care if it is yellow in power. What I care about is the eyes green and gold. The person who would be in charge, that mind that I would want to follow. That person who does not just have a business application, Junior, that you only could sit down and speak to businessman and the rich man when they come, and that person with money and who don't have money. I don't want to follow that. I want to follow somebody who have a deeper connection, a connection that you could feel that person does lie down in the night and they will hear the voice of the Father sometime. And them just wake up in the morning and them just put their foot, the knees to the carpet and connect with that greater soul. So when they start to lead us, when they start to lead me, I know that they're leading me into a direction that will take me into a different level of grace, a direction that will actually help heal me, my family, and all of us together. I'm talking about when you talk about a leader has to be led. A leader has to know how to be led. And who have to lead my leader is not the devil's application and not the white man hand. Who's supposed to lead my leader is the Almighty Father. And you see, when you're plugging into that soul, somebody who has a deeper root. Sometimes they mightn't come out and speak about garden, but you
Mm.
was know when the Father guiding them. You see what I'm saying? Because they does have an application that is not just about business. Because business is only one thing. You could be the best businessman. You could be the Donald Trump and mashing up anything. He's a good businessman. You understand what I'm saying? You could be Mr. Intelligent. You went to all kind of different university and you could have a lot of big talk. You could have a lot of mouth. You could say all of the nice vision things. Because I could go and chat DP3 right now and actually write the most beautiful speech. And you make people believe, oh my God, they're also in heaven. But action still speak louder than words. You cannot beat that.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So I am speaking about a certain type of leadership that also connect, not in the business world only, but you connect on the ground. You connect with the man that is in the ghetto. You're connecting the man who living in the hills, who does sell a bunch of provision to survive. But you connect with him in a certain way. You understand? He feel inclusive of the community. He feel inclusive of this type of movement. You're talking about the poor woman who's struggling to actually feed her kids and not just coming to beg you or to ask for $5 or $10 anymore. You're talking about that woman feel like, oh my God, we are going somewhere. I am a fan of the revolution. I'm a revolutionary child, and I am a big fan of the revolution. I saw one time on YouTube. I was watching a Grenada Revolution. Go and take a look at it. And when I saw big men and big women come out and saying that I cannot read, I would like to learn to read, and I see a big man sit down spelling cat, C-A-T, I start to cry. I
Right.
start to cry. You know why I start to cry? Where is that spirit? Where is that spirit that has awakened the thought of a big man, to open the mind and the brain to make him feel comfortable, to lose his ego, to lose his pride? You understand what I'm saying? To push aside his pride and come and say, I cannot read. I want to be better. I want to move up. Where is that spirit? Something else was injected. Something else was injected so deep that it actually start moving away, and you understand, disseminating the. I
Yeah.
realize my brain. Yeah,
Yeah,
got to get.
yeah, you're going there. But hold on, hold on. While you were speaking, you said something, and I didn't want to
Hmm?
interrupt you, but Steve Duncan said it. So let's go back on it. He said in response to
Hold on. Somebody just telling me here about a comment inside of this. Somebody say I never reach out to government. They're asking me, or they're asking if I ever reach out to government. Listen to me. From since I was young,
uh
I always put ideas together and I will try to reach out to certain ministers and things like that. I always try to have conversations. Don't think that I am just sitting down here talking. All right? Don't think so.
right,
Okay? And if I only go to dig deep and go to express myself here, then it goes deeper than this conversation. Don't think I'm saying anything yet, This is just I'm just playing here. I'm just playing on the surface. You know why? Because I am diplomatic still. There's a part of me that is still diplomatic, and I am a big man. I wouldn't sit down here to try to express each and every conversation. Oh, I go and talk to that person, and that person don't doing that, and I go and talk to him, and he don't doing this. No, I'm not here for that. You
Right.
understand? So that's why sometimes I speak broadly. You see, listen to me. About 15 years ago, that was before the land in how you call that, behind where Ariza now have in town. Them time the Ariza didn't even buy that land yet, right? They just fix over the mall and all of that, and stuff. I brought an idea to government that here in Grenada we can actually create uh, an entertainment village, an
Mm.
entertainment village that would actually give back to culture in such a way, because it would actually be fueled by tourism, and it
Mm.
will also help boost tourism. It will also help market our carnival outside of carnival. Here how? You do a nice big oval. I actually got a guy from Italy to do the whole drawing for me. Listen to me. When I presenting things, I doesn't just go easy. My mind don't function like everybody else would. And I realize that. I get a full drawing, a whole scope. I still have it in pictures on my phone. You understand? And the design in that big place that we would have and an entertainment village, we're also going to have a lot of shops. The lot of shops will be rented out and given to the locals, where you're going to have the craftsman, you're going to have the art man, you're going to have a place for food, you're going to have a place for drinks, and we're going to do local foods. Now you're
Right.
going to contact the hotels, and the hotels is going to send out shuttles every week, you understand, as a part of the entertainment roster, where you're going to go there and you can have an experience of a Grenada carnival, because you can have the mass bands who played mass the carnival before. They have a booth where they could rent out the costumes, where tourists could actually come and have a fun time. The bandman will get to play, the panman will get to play, the dancers, the singers, the artists, the bartenders, and the list goes on. You see what I'm saying? If we just have that little village, that was just one of my ideas that I actually took to government. And you know how long ago? Years.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought it back again, and I brought it back again, and I had conversation multiple times about things like that. How much time did I sit down and speak to ministers about my community? How much time I speak to ministers about Grenada and a whole? So when people talking about, oh, maybe you're just talking and you haven't bring it to government, you don't see what happened behind those doors. You
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there. How much times I walk and I drive and put gas in my car to go to the offices. Listen to me, it is countless times. You see? I just decide, as the citizen that I am and the person that I am, I will just not be that person to jump out and say, oh, me and that person talk, and they don't do that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That is not diplomatic. You see?
Killer.
Because in my heart, I am still hoping that the day would then come, that we will have those kind of conversation, and then there will be action. There will be some action behind it. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, to the person who asked that question numerous times, not just now, from since I was way younger, I've been asking. You see what I'm saying? I even look at every piece of land. When you land at Morris Bishop Airport and my drive to go off, each and every piece of land, you hear me? Each
Mm-hmm.
and every piece of land that is vacant, or any building that is abandoned, I have a business idea for it.
Mm.
I'm not asking you that, I'm telling you. I brought to the government another a project for Palmer Stretch, but then uh, 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 there was confusion between who owns the land and whatever it is to develop the whole Palmer Stretch. Palmer Stretch, you call it Palmer, but Palmer Stretch should have palm trees come all the way up. I have palm trees in my land to give away, and my other piece of land I have palm trees to give away. I'll just take palm from up there and plant and develop the place. I'm obsessed with my country. Don't talk to me like that. Don't
Right.
play with me.
But Killer, aren't you? When people take these things that happen, and it's always politicized, they're always trying to put a political spin on it, a color on it, or this political party didn't do this, or this political party is not doing this. They're not concerned about the youth. This one did so much about the youth, and it's always a fight between who could do more, or who did more, or who is not doing enough, right? How does that play in the progress, or how does that play in moving things forward when everything is seen under a political scope?
Yeah, because but you see, brother, government and how I should put it, governments and parties and stuff like that. sometimes too does really add that because they themselves will be so political that
Yeah.
it has to be about a side. When really and truly it's supposed to be a inclusive approach.
Right.
I cannot fix the country by myself. Neither them, they neither us. How much people does go to work daily? All the people that working in the police force,
Uh-huh.
are they only NNP? Are they NDC only? Yeah, some people why is none.
Right. True.
They keep the force together. And
Yeah.
how much people working in the ministry? The people that go to work in the ministry, all of them is NDC? No,
Neither
there's a
nor
lot of them
all
that
in
is. You
NNP.
understand? There is a lot of them that is NDC, NNP, GULP, this, that, and way more outside of that.
Right.
You see, they make the country run. So unless we don't understand that this is about us and come out of the political mindedness, we are going to get stuck in the circle going over and over until we find somebody who is strong enough to infiltrate the minds, you understand, of our people to drill the community into that motion, into that movement. You understand? We will always be. Some people say, "Oh, why do you even bother with them? Don't even talk. That's how you'll be forever." We still cannot have this mindset. I will keep hoping. I will keep functioning in that space and keep hoping because people used to say that way before it, and then Morris Bishop came
Right.
and
Yes.
and they had to come and kill him. I start studying. I have my certificates now in international relations because I wanted to understand the language and start studying governmental law and international politics junior just so I could understand.
Hmm.
You see? And then I realized while I was studying international relations that Morris Bishop was one of the greatest Marxist that has ever lived in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they had to kill him.
Mm.
You see, infiltrated by CIA and then destroyed, you understand, by the tactics of the great. You see? So
Right.
then here we are. Why? You know why? Because we was moving on up. We was coming together. You know why he's a Marxist? Some people on this call may not know what is a Marxist. But then it's good to research so then you could actually go check it out. You see what I'm saying? Because he actually proved with an example, not just speaking a language of democracy. He actually showed by and lead by an example, by literally empowering the people and putting the power to the ground. Come up,
Mm.
building from root. Every system has been designed after nature. If you follow nature, you will be strong. No tree is feeding from its stem or its branches or its leaf. It only feeds from its roots. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you go back to the system, go to the roots, and strong you shall be. And that is what he did. I don't
Mm.
know how people in this modern day that, you know, I mean, very intelligent is missing that application. How?
Yeah.
Because you
I
know
want.
what? Because
Mm.
you see, a lot of the dingling pretty things, they say all what glitter is not gold, and we're still looking at a set of glittering things.
Mhm. Yeah. I want to pull back a little bit, Killer. This incident here, the damage of your personal
Junior
property.
Vex, I find out going in politics.
Yeah.
I find out going in politics. I need to have the right arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people here, even on the live, they saying they want to see Mr. Killer getting into politics. They want to see Mr. Killer probably getting into frontline politics because it's about inspiration, it's about positivity, it's about change. And we're coming with
Junior,
brand.
not because I from Guelph. When the pandemic come, call Grenville and ask them. Call Sotters, St. David's. All about Junior, I go and give food.
Right.
Because Grenada small. Grenada is one community. Grenada, brother, Grenada is one people. I know when we are so come on thing, we talk about the east side and the west side and go outside and you know that's just a little competition thing. But thinking about it, brother, I want to live in different places in Grenada. I just be in Guava, I just be in Fort Judy. I just want to be in Grenville. I want place in Sotes. I want to be all over Grenada.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So this we need to lose the sense of this barrier. The white man did us that. You understand what I'm saying? Deeply injected. You see? So we need to lose that. As long as we don't learn that, here what happening, my brothers in St. David's need me. And I need to go down. Because there's
Mm.
a project happening. They're cleaning up the river. They're doing this. We going down this week. Hey, I have some friends in Grenville. And we're going to Grenville and work on a project. You understand? Them fellas coming down, go off and work on a project. Together we stand and divided. We fall. I'm tired of this application.
Yeah. But Killa, if you get into politics, I mean, probably you're gonna get some calls after tonight, yeah, because I know everybody looking for who might represent this one, who might be there, who might be there. But if you get into politics, give me three, just the top three things that you think that you would change immediately. Especially, let's talk about the youths.
Brother, let me tell you something. There is no better key to open doors in the future than education. You
Yeah,
see, that is first. Education would lead into the other parts. Because when you are educated and you have a certain type of education that also help increase wisdom, applications of wisdom. Because you see, there is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
right,
Remember, if you go back to source, the father said, with knowledge, he asked for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and everything else was added onto him.
right,
You see, we just why we forgetting those things. So you have knowledge. Knowledge is the accumulation of information. You see, understanding is where it came from, where can it be placed. Wisdom is how then do we apply. So our
right,
first thing is our education. Why we still have this old ancient way of teaching our kids. You understand what I'm saying? Our problem solving skills is very poor, and we are still under the learning curriculum of our oppressors.
right.
You
So
see, and our
education,
slave
education will
masters.
be a
So
prime.
so first
Education will
thing
be prime.
is education. Then
Right,
brother, you have to go into innovation. You see, you have to go into innovation, and you go into real community development.
mm,
You see, because if you develop the product that you have, then it will become attractive. You understand? And if you start becoming innovative, then the innovative mindset, you understand, will start creating things that is unbelievable. Innovation. How then can we use that thing that we have in Gov? Okay, my project. How can I see this piece of land? And I can take this piece of land and I can create it into something that tourists from London, Canada, where anywhere around the world will want to travel to see. One thing we have here that I really give that kind of spot to is the underwater sculptures. People around the world is amazed by that. Why can't we have more of those things? Why can't we do a sculpture in the mountain too? You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? And innovation does not just take place in the physical development of the country. Innovation, I'm talking about from business to technology to all of those things.
right.
You see, where are those minds? You grab those minds because we could sit down here right now and one idea could change the whole world.
Yeah, yeah. True,
One idea. You see,
true.
who was the man that came up with Facebook? Then a man come up with after Facebook come, we feel that is it. Well, before that was MySpace. And
Yeah,
then after that, you have a man come with Instagram and we feel that is it. And then here comes TikTok.
yeah.
Innovation. You see what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
And then you
But
move into real
mm,
community development. And then outside that of that, right? You have to have the collaborative mindset has to be unique and it has to be strong that defends your own because now you have to collaborate with the giants and the this and the that. I know you have investors coming in, the big investors that come and speak about, oh, I want to buy this, oh, they want to build this big hotel. If you want to build a big hotel, then here what happen in a part of that money that you want to spend here or you're going to invest, you have to go into school, you have to go into education, you have to go into community development, you have to go into all of those things. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah. Killa, let me pick your brain a little bit. because I wanna kind of feel you out in in the political realm just a little bit.
Oh,
So,
you ready for me to go into politics now?
well, you want to start a party? You want to start a party one time? Well, listen this,
Let
right?
me tell you something. Let me tell you
Uh,
something. You ain't even let me finish. You see health?
uh,
You see this? You see
right,
health?
yeah,
You see health? You see education? You see innovation? And you
yeah,
see health? Well, health actually comes before innovation. You understand? Because if you're healthy, you're educated. If you're healthy and you're educated, you already are forced to record with.
right,
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just speaking it, oh, I am going to develop health. Oh, and I am going to develop this. Oh, I'm going to develop that. It seems like health is still yet fashioned in the colonialistic and not just that, the giants, the big pharma way.
right,
You understand what I'm saying? When so much people is yet running from some of that treatment into natural ways of healing, which some people does be there is groups of people that travels to Grenada and heals the cancer. Do you know that? Healing cancer and all of that, reversing
yeah,
cancer, right? They just be traveling here to Grenada, right? And reversing cancer and all different type of sicknesses. That is a part of health. Eating right, planting the things that we need, and you must also go back into that space where we actually grow our food. Health. Well, I think when you talk about health, you're supposed to automatically attack your food because that's the first thing you put in your mouth when you wake up in the morning.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So this is a big conversation.
Yeah, but listen, let me go there. Let me go there, Killer. Um, so you know how the landscape, the political landscape has shaped is shaped in Grenada right now.
Yeah.
If if you are a so-called NNP, they have their platform. If you are so-called NDC, they figure that they have their platform. And there's no cross-pollination because this one feel like this one is at this and this one is at that. Case in point, we had a situation, and I want to know how you would deal with this situation here, Killer. This is the situation. Earlier this week, we had opposition leader Emmeline Pierre, who accepted an invitation to appear on the morning show with Kirk Sitterhall. Now, that morning show is one of the most popular morning show, not only on the Ride Along platform, but straight across the board. It is a popular morning show, straight across. Now, 10 minutes after, say 20 minutes after, the invitation was sent by Mr. Kirk, because Kirk does his own production. I don't middle in the big in between, and I don't give Kirk no pointers in terms of who to bring on, who not to bring on. Kirk does his own thing. She accepted. 20 minutes after, they call and they canceled. Right? And I know why they canceled. Because it's a perception. It's a perception thing. Now, if you were to attach yourself to a particular political organization, whether it be A or political organization B, will you be a politician, a person that would transcend politics, that would move further away from the color, like how we have here? Like this one only appearing on this particular platform, or this one don't want to come on this other political platform. How would you address, and how would you have addressed this situation here that Mr. Kirk Sitterhall found himself in last week with Emmeline Pierre?
So if I have to function in the political arena, my mindset or how I am built as a person,
Ah,
also coming from my competitiveness, you understand what I'm saying? As an artist, I would not care
uh-huh.
which platform or who is on that platform. A matter of fact, any chance I get to then have a conversation with who you will then call opposition, I will take it. You see,
Ah,
I will take it because in that opportunity, my mindset would not be rivalry. My mindset would be how then do we rise above? Do we rise above? Now,
right,
if that person mind is too small, You understand? To be a part of that type of movement, then you will leave them there and you will continue
Right.
until you find those who can actually intercept. You see, if we look at this whole thing with a different lens, we will start realizing, and I want to say this, if you are a politician that really wants the betterment of a country, and you see a politician from the opposite party is doing something great for your community, why not help them?
Mm.
That job that he's doing is not just for him, it's for the community. So why wouldn't you help him? Why would you make him an enemy because he's a part of another party? Eh?
Because the
You know
opposition
why that
still
happens?
to
Because
oppose.
when people are in position, they eat. So what they're defending is not the community. A lot of them is defending the food.
Right.
You hear me? And it's time for people to wake up and realize that. You see, a lot of people is defending the food. I want to be the minister. You see? Hold on. You know we ain't go off tongue. So the fellas
Yeah,
blast.
yeah,
The
yeah,
fellas, the
yeah.
fellas blasting. The fellas
Yeah,
blasting. They're passing by. So yeah, what I'm
yeah.
saying. A lot of the times you have to wake up people and realize that some people cannot have that mindset because they are missing the opportunity to eat the food.
Right. Yeah.
He has nothing to do with politics. You hear what I'm saying? And that is the battle we're having along the world. Unless we don't start finding those people who do not sometimes care about just being the leader. Because you see, listen to me, the greatest leaders knows how to follow.
Yeah.
That is when you know you have a certain type of leader that is
True.
different.
True.
You see what I'm saying? A great leader knows how to follow sometimes. So when it is not your time, understand that it is not your time. You need to play your part.
Mm.
You see? And some people will be more loved. Some people will be way more respected when a man see, yes, boy, you what happening from that party, but that party, you what happening, they have a problem down there, and there are some things, there are some houses to fix, there are some poor people in the back there that need something, there are some children in the back there that hungry, boy, and I need to go to make sure that these people get what they want. When I don't help, if they want my help, they take it. If they don't want my help, that is their business. But I am going to help. You know why? Because this is not about me. This is not about him. This is about the community. Junior telling you that, and tears want to run from my eye because I am obsessed with that type of application.
Mm.
I dream about it. I think about it daily. When we as a people go actually love each other again. Eh? Somebody need to wake up and show that type of application that there is a different way. They always show that there is always an application that is different from the first application that you might think about. That might be bigger and that might be better. They say, what, a million ways to skin a cat?
Mm.
1,000 ways
Yeah.
to hang a cow. You see what I'm saying? So how we does not kill that ego? How we don't know how to, a man that can master the ego is a master himself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we
Point.
need to get out of that. We need to get out of that arena. And a matter of fact, anytime that is a certain level of cowardness, or you know what I mean. You
Mm.
don't want. I don't know how to call it. Let me not get too much into the politics before people feel like speaking about them directly. You
Yeah. Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And then want to have a conversation with me, and then politics start from here.
Yeah. No, I think I feel you because I think that whether it's NNP, NDC, GULP, or whatever, I think that what matters is, first of all, politics is a contact sport, so you will find, people might say things, and that's how it goes sometimes. You got to deal with it, but you can't fear the comment section. You can't be scared of the comment section. Just like me, I would come on, I would say something, and I would sit and stand 10 fingers, 10 toes on it because that's what I believe. I would go anywhere and say what I have to say, whether it's here or on any other platform. But some politicians, they don't want, they're scared of the comment section.
You see,
This
comment is not food and water. And a lot of the times when you if you really decide to do the right things, you know what I mean, your positive comment will be way more than your negative.
of
You understand
course.
what I'm saying?
Some
So you
people
have
like
to,
a
yeah,
choir. Some people like a choir killer. They like a choir. They like to sing to the converted,
bro.
and that's what it
You ever you
is.
ever you ever watch at the approach of the Muslim community? You
Uh
ever watch at the approach of some of those priests in that function in that space? You ever watch at the movement of Islam? Yet, you know what they does do? They like to go and infiltrate the political and the public spaces of the enemies, of the
mm,
oppressors. They want to go speak in the white man rally. You understand what I'm saying? When you
mm,
look at the black movement and stuff like that, for before they actually go set up their meetings in the white man tongue
mm.
to speak against, you understand, white supremacy and all of those things. That is the blood that we have. We can't be afraid to then challenge or to be challenged. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because if you are doing the right thing, then you're not supposed to be afraid to get any challenge.
exactly,
You
exactly.
understand? You have to believe and stand firm in what you do. If you're doing something that will benefit your people, how then would you feel bad of a man that is hating on that process? Let the devil reign. They say empty barrel will make the most noise.
Listen, Killer, I don't mean to get you in the political conversation, so let's revert a little bit, guys. Um, this situation, Killer, and we're pulling back. We're going back into second gear. This situation here that happened to you is unfortunate. I don't know how you're recovering from it because I don't know. I know you had big plans for this whole project, and I know it's not going to stop you. But what's next? Where you going next with it? What happened after this?
No, is full throttle ahead. That is just really and truly a wake up call again to know how you would then navigate as you go forward. And I think
Right.
it's going to be a wake up call for the community too. You see what I'm saying? Because now the people is going to understand and get, the right narrative of what is happening. You see? And see. Because now after they make it public, some people don't even know what I'm doing. People that be passing there, some of them don't even know who the property for. All they see is this big open place now and things happening and foundations are going down and things are happening,
Yeah.
renovation happening. That's all they see. So now that we're speaking about it, somebody would understand, what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And all the people that sometimes when we talking, oh well, what are you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Maybe they might get a better sense of what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do. I'm only one little black boy who love my country dearly. You understand? Grenada, spice I rock to the bone, and I am obsessed with it. So listen, once I know that I am doing the right thing and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, all what people then will want to say, as they say, empty barrel will make the most noise, and then they say, let the heathen rage. You see what I'm saying? So once I'm doing the right thing, I know definitely the positive people will be behind me. I would like to invite, what I mean, my government that is in power, to see what I'm doing in the community and see how they can maybe help point me into the right direction. You know what I mean? To increase better for tourism, to do whatever it is for the community. You see, if they would then be willing to. You see? But
Yeah.
for now, you don't know. My hands on the deck and is full force forward.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I want to big up the healing tree. Is it
Yeah,
healing tree?
natural healing trees. And Junior,
Natural
I Junior, I pump in and I take my time. I don't, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
down the road. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
pedal it. I
Yeah.
take my time and I go. You understand what I'm saying? Because all that I'm spending, this is straight from pocket. You know what I mean? I don't do no big thing. I don't owe nobody. You understand? And I like that. Maybe maybe I might, according to the time, if I feel like I'm running out of time, then I might just tell the bank, well, give me thing. But then
Right.
even the bank here, in Grenada, I want to tell them is sometimes waste that time to development and to new businesses and to young people and to young entrepreneurs and stuff like that. Listen to me, the world is moving forward. Stop giving people a set of car loan. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
free to actually give people money to invest into innovation and innovative ideas and all of that. I understand that there is protocols that you need to actually make sure that the businesses are viable. But there are viable things. I know businesses that you guys refuse to give loans for, and it is successful businesses now. The last time I decided I want to do a loan, to get a loan to do part of what I am doing there. You understand what I'm saying? When I was buying the property, you know what happened? You know what I do? I go and take it cash
Mm.
because I fight in with the bank to get a loan for less than the money that I have with you. How?
They would have give you a loan to buy a costume.
If it's a car or costume, quick. So with system, the way that we function here, go and open a business account right now.
I mean, it's
Go and
hard.
try.
It's
Try your
hard
best. Go
and
and
long.
open a business account right now.
The hardest thing.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there is so much to talk about, brother. There is so much to fix. There is so much, and there is so much people that deserve licks.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Right on the money, Killer. But listen. We above time again. You know how that go. I want to pick up naturalhealingtrees.com. Get your real, authentic, natural products. Mail. Guys, if you can, do your thing.
Junior,
Yeah.
Junior, what? You
I
see the
know.
flag?
Uh, ah. Ah.
Product of Grenada,
Product of
brother.
Grenada.
And you
That's
have
what.
and it working.
Ah.
And it working. And it working. And
Yeah.
that
Ah.
you see
Yeah.
us
I
and
think.
Bob
I,
and they with
I
that
think
it
a lady.
working.
I think a lady says
Trouble
she.
in the dance.
I
Trouble in
think.
the dance. When you put up your front wheel and you start to wheelie, you don't come in though.
The
Right all
website
the way
is
home.
naturalhealingtrees.com. That's Natural Healing
All the way
Trees.
home.
Yeah. Check it out, Killer. Listen, good luck on the project. I'm really sorry that you have to go through this, my brother. But that's just a pothole in the road of success. You'll get past that.
Navigation. Let me say this to people. I've
Uh,
been through so much ups and downs. That is life. Now, people, if you have a positive eye, there is different eye. They say who have ears will hear and who have eyes will see.
yeah,
Now, when you have a positive eye, when negative things happen, you would be able to see the positive in it.
yeah.
You see, lime very sour, but it does make the best juice.
Ah,
Eh?
that that will be my status tomorrow.
And
And
lime very sour,
uh,
but it just make the best juice.
it
You
is.
see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when some things happen to you, they say when life throw lemons at you, what to do?
make lemonade.
Make lemonade.
Yeah,
So
man.
when things are happening, that is negative, I always find some massive positive things. If that didn't happen, we wouldn't have this conversation right now. We wouldn't
Yeah,
have ignite this type of communication right now. And
yeah,
now I know there is things that I need to navigate, in the community. And I think more people will be aware. And even those people who really love what I give to them will start protecting, you understand, saying the property, whether I'm there, whether I'm not there. You understand what I'm saying? You build a sense of community through this conversation. And I feel a lot of parents now will be aware that those things are happening with their kids when they leave home and start paying a little more attention. You know what I mean? So at the end of this, it's all about love. It's all about us. And that's why I'm dealing with it in that way. That's why I ain't try to go back into, because remember, I go have man to it. So you
yeah,
are saying the human being. Don't feel because I'm talking here that my mind didn't go all the way down the road. We have to learn to control ourselves sometimes and try to be a better person. Younger me, hear what I do. I find everybody name, and in the middle of the night I break back every single window in your house. You understand what I'm saying? Your front door down. You see what I'm saying? Government style. You see? But no, that's not the way. There is a bigger approach. You see? Again, there's always that bigger approach. You will feel that, you will think that. Sometimes you get upset because we all are human beings will become angry. You see what I'm saying?
right.
So now Instead of I go on the phone and say, yo, what happened now, fellas, you what saying? Every single car, every window, da da da. No, not that. No. Fellas, you what saying no? Yeah, we find them youths and then we talk to them. They speak to the authorities so they could intervene, they could have the right conversations, and you know what I mean, they will bring the right energy. You see what I'm saying? They will bring back the right energy. There are some of the parents who have to, they know that already might be in expense and they're crying right now. I still have a heart. Let's see where it goes. You see what I'm saying? To deal with it in this manner. So there is always a bigger and a positive side to things.
Right.
So we just try. We warriors of life. You know what I mean? Try because remember, my spirit is warrior and priest. And I is Gemini. We are the side that is very beautiful.
Ah,
I remember angels also carry swords. Gabriel doesn't play when war in heaven. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
that,
besides all of that, you still find that way to woosa yourself into the bigger man, bigger, better application. You
yeah.
understand? It's what we need. 2025 can't stay dead. We need to become alive. We have to live, not just survive.
Mm.
That's
That's what we're talking about. Killa, thank you so much for the conversation, my brother. We're going to keep in touch. Right now, over 16,000 viewers watch this program right now. And I know by the time we finish, it's going to be up to 20. By tomorrow, it's going to be about 40, 50, 60,000 people. So we're making a big difference. That is 60% of the general population, if only Grenada was watching. But we know we're worldwide like that. But you are making a big impact in people's lives. And I thank you so much, Killa, for always being inspirational.
love,
All right.
light, and blessings, Junior. Love, light, and blessings, and people is love. Let's go with love. You know what I mean? I mean, after the program, I have to get off the phone. I can't stay with you, so may God stay with you.
Yeah,
Love,
man.
light, and blessings.
Pick up yourself. Yeah, man. Mr. Killa, Hollis Map. And also, Killa, hold on. Oh, Lord, I forget to tell Killa. Guys, let me tell you, Mr. Killa is going to be in New York because on May 7th, we have the New York Spice Mass launch. Killa is going to be performing live May 17th in New York for the Spice Mass launch, NYC, right? Ticket and information is available. Go to the website right now. Go to Ridelaong website and you get a ticket and information. Let me see if I can put that up right now on the screen. But guys, New York City, May 7th, May 17th, sorry. New York City, Spice Mass launch. All right. If you were there last year, you see the thing does be nice. Let me get a flyer for all you guys. Let me get the flyer. Because I want to later check that out, Jade. Hold on, with the flyer, with the flyer, with the flyer. I had the flyer there, you know. I had the flyer there, you know. Anyway, guys, I go tag it on the top. Oh, Lava Man. Lava Man is also going to be there. And they're releasing real artists, Jed. All right, this is the Mr. Killa flyer. Let me show you. Let me show all you what happening on May 17th in New York City, Jed. Mr. Killa is going to be live at the Spice Mass Launch NYC. And it's back again for the third year launching in New York. And I want you guys to go get your ticket. Where Mr. Killa? Where did Mr. Killa flyer, Jed? Where the thing, Jed? Look at it. Look at it. Loading. There we go. Mr. Killa inside New York City. Spice Mass New York launch. The best mass by far. Mr. Killa. Early bird tickets, only $40. More artists to be loaded. It's Spice Mass NYC 2005 at frontlineticketing.com. Get your tickets now or spicemassgrenada.com. Get your tickets for Spice Mass Launch NYC. It's going to be a Zuvi, all right? Big up all yourself. While I'm on that zone, guys, have you booked a e-bike ride with us yet? Now this week, guys, I have the link right there. Right? Let me see if I could pin that link for you guys. If you have not yet booked an e-bike ride with Ride Excursions and Tours, this week, get your friends and let us ride. Yeah, let us ride. It's the most fun by far. Yes, Ride E-Bike Excursions and Tours present And welcome back, Ride Sundays. Yeah, man, Ride Sundays. That link right there, that's the link where you click that link. And just like that, guys, you're inside Ride Excursions and Tours. Ride Sundays.
Bring it home with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong.
Yeah, ride along. Let's ride along, guys. Let's ride along. This is coming Sunday, and every Sunday, it's Ride Sundays from Ride.
Love taking flight. Every ride is sheer delight. Making waves across the seas.
Yes.
Love enjoying the
Also, guys, if you're getting married,
vibe. If you
and you want a tuk-tuk, you want to get picked up by a tuk-tuk, yes. Some of all you. Getting married for the second time, sometime in the third time. Maybe the third time is a charm. The reason why you probably didn't work out the first time because you didn't present a tuk-tuk excursion tours. And if it's your first time, start it off right. Book your tuk-tuk excursion tour right now from ride.gd. That's ride.gd. Hey, listen this good. Ride also have taxi. Yeah, Lord of mercy. What? You're taxi too? Yes, we are taxi too. So if you need a taxi for a tour, a hotel pickup, an airport pickup, what have you. You're coming on the airport, your family say, listen, I am not picking you up today. I ain't picking you up because I don't have the time.
Feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people.
What you do is you call Ride or you go to the website and you book a taxi.
Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song.
Go to the website at ride.gd. That's ride.gd. Gabby, how you doing?
Long. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Make
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit Beacon.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
long life worldwide.
Guys, let me say this, right? I know earlier I put Mr. Killa in a kind of position there, just to get his point of view as to what he would do in that position, right? But I really want to say this because there have been a lot of things, people circulating and people saying and people talking and all that stuff like that. Listen, I would like for us to get back to the point in time in our lives when colors didn't matter, right? I would like for us to get back to that point in time in our lives when we saw everyone as a fellow Grenadian. Right now, what's happening, the political stupidness that's happening and continue to happen, it is dividing the population. Everybody's seeing something as a color. Everybody see as a green or a yellow or a red or whatever Peter color party go coming just now. I remember a young lady called me one time. They called Ridelaong and she needed some assistance. And there is never any kind of litmus test, right? There is no litmus test to who we give assistance to. And she needed some financial assistance because she wanted to some funds to, I think, something with a child, go back to school or whatever. So I said to her, I said, listen, I'm not only going to give you the money that you want, the financial assistance that you want, I am going to show you how you could use that finances that I'm going to give to you, and you could make a way for yourself so you don't have to come back and ask next week. There was never who you for, who you with, who you support. I only saw, and we only saw, fellow Grenadian looking for assistance. We gave that assistance, we rendered those assistance. And it's sad, right, that I looked the other day and the same person that we helped, we assisted, and we'll probably assist again because color is not something that we look at. The woman there the young lady is on her Facebook page, and the things that she had to say about me, not because of me personally, is a political perception of me, right? But I just want to let her and everybody else know I'm a Grenadian. I don't see no color. We need to stop that stupidness. When we fighting, and you guys fighting for politicians, you think politicians studying all you? You think politicians studying all you? They're sitting in their big houses, in their verandas with a political opponent, and they're sipping wine. They're knocking glass. And you guys fighting and keeping enemies with your neighbors, people who pass in your own yard, friends of yours, people who, I remember during COVID, there was this person that went through, their COVID, and there was no more support towards them than yours truly, than this platform. Today, it's a different conversation along political lines. And we need to come back to the day when we see ourselves as one people. Because right now, this politics is killing us. This politics is hurting our growth. This politics is just messing us up as a people. And we cannot go forward with half. We cannot go forward if we're always fighting. I beg, I plead. Well, yeah, stop that political stupidness. Stop that political fight. All right? We are one people. All right? We are one people. Anyway, guys, let me wrap it up right here. Thank you so much for tuning in to being a part of our program. It's Easter weekend. Good Friday is tomorrow. And I'll try to be on. I'll try my best. All right? So we thank you so much for being a part of our program, making us the #1 platform, prime time and in the morning. Thanks to our senior executive producer, Lois JJ. How you doing? Thanks to our moderators. Thanks to our supporters, family, and friends worldwide. Don't forget, if you have a business and you want to advertise, Ride Along Live. And we still believe, and always will believe, that everyone has a story to tell. If you want to share your story, please inbox us. We love to hear your story. Ride Along Live. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out. Good night.
Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride
Along Live.
we belong.